rest of us. So I'm really, really excited to see you here, and I'm thrilled to hear about what you are grateful for and what your intentions are. So please, let's kick that off with the first thing that you do when you come in the door, or the second, or listen for a bit. But it's great to have you here, and it's great to talk about gratitudes. I was reminded of something yesterday. I used to be really active on Instagram. And there is an Instagram. Okay, so I'm getting getting tell me if you're getting any weird sounds. Hi, Mike. I'm hearing myself on an echo. Do you hear an echo, Mike? Good. Good to see you, Ninj. Um, so I was going to talk about Instagram, and on Instagram, I did something cool. I did something called glimmers. And glimmer, I learned about glimmers there. And glimmers are the opposite of triggers. And on one of the Instagram channels that I watch, we do photo challenges together. And every day we talk about glimmers. Glimmers are like gratitude in that they are the opposite of triggers. I'm gonna try something. Yeah, there we go. Tell me about sound quality, please. Because I'm hearing differently than y'all are. So I want to make sure. Can you still hear me? And CL, always good to see you. Ninja's here. Mike is here. Hooray. Other people are here. If you take a second to like the video, I'd appreciate it. If you can no longer hear me, please let me know. If you hear me just fine, let me know. Oh, cool. Kay and Ro are working out in the yard. Fantastic. Hang out. You don't need to say it. You don't need to type a peep. I'm just glad to know that you're out there. Okay. So, glimmers are the opposite of triggers. So it's when you see something, experience something that makes you feel calm versus a trigger where things make you feel stressed out. So yesterday, some of you know I had a doctor's appointment. I was pretty nervous about it. Everything turned out great. I have an amazing doctor who is more attentive to me probably than any doctor ever or any doctor in a long time. And I think it may be because I have this different kind of fungal disease is not common here. So I think she's had to study up, and I think she, like you would hope, she's curious and she is excited about learning something new. So she's great. She's absolutely fantastic, and she's been really, really helpful. And we went over some of the tests that I've taken, and could not be happier. And talking about strategies and next steps and that kind of thing, which feels super good. Catherine, happy to see you. So yesterday before I got there, I like pre-glimmered because I stopped at a state park on the way because I have to get care in Maryland. So I stopped at the state park I did not know how stunning it would be. It was almost a divine thing because I stopped at a state park in Delaware, but they wanted me to pay $10. I'm like $10. I'm only going to be here for half an hour. So I ended up not doing it and went to Maryland instead. I glimmered all over the place. I was so happy to be there, and there were so many details of that state park that just made me feel peaceful, connected me with my childhood memories, good childhood memories, happy childhood memories. Um, Absolutely fantastic. And so that's an example of a glimmer. And I actually posted a picture on Instagram of a barn, a historical barn that was inside the state park, which I really love. So I would love to hear from you about what you are grateful for. So the glimmer is something you'll hear about more from me in the week to come. Gratitudes. What are you grateful for in this moment? Or if you'd like to comment on the glitters, that's fantastic too. So one of the things I'm grateful for today is I'm grateful that when I pulled in the driveway as I came back from South Jersey, the fire extinguisher guy was here. I live in a home owned by church, and they have the fire extinguisher guy comes, and I've missed him. The last year I didn't see him at all, so he was really happy to get into the manse and swap out fire extinguishers. So I'm grateful, so grateful that we were able to make that connection. And we did. He and I had a great connection. I did not say anything embarrassing. Some of you know my experiences with repair people showing up. Nothing embarrassing happened. I'm grateful for that. I didn't say any stupid things. Um, Wonderful, wonderful. Catherine is grateful that Roger's upcoming Crown of the Dentist is 100% covered. And I would say I'm also grateful that my peonies are blossoming on this side of the manse. The peonies on this side of the manse, which is western facing, northwestern facing, they've been bloomed for, gosh, about a week, more than a week. On this side, they've been really slow to bloom, and that makes me sad because I love these. They're right by the back door, so I go past them, and I talk to them just like I talk to the birds. And I was happy to come home and see big pink blossoms. Made me very happy. Made me very, very happy. So some buffering happens. Okay. I don't know if that's on my end or yours. Hello, it's good to see everyone. Hello, Modal. I've never seen you before. Good to see you today. Grateful that your trash can account is set on autopay. That's good. It's good to have our trash picked up. I'm grateful for having a good trash pickup. In fact, as long as we're talking about trash pickup, the trash pickup here where I live in New Jersey is so much more pleasant than the trash people in California. Just saying. Hey Cheryl, how's it going? Good to see you. Makes me happy to see you. Um, I was just looking. Cheryl, if you're using your rebounding account, Cheryl has a special that's been extended on her account, which is exciting. So you might want to check that out if you're into rebounding. I'm trying to read without my glasses. I don't know if it's better or worse. Can you hear that car going by? I know it keeps talking about sounds today, but I know that you can't hear the church bells. I wonder if you can hear the car. Grateful that you started your debt pay down journey. That's exciting. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, moderators. If you feel that it's yeah, we don't do dares here, Modal. Nope, I'm not going to be doing any dares. Nope, that's not what we do around here. We're talking about gratitude. So, what are you grateful for? Some people are saying what they're grateful for. We'd be very happy if you would share gratitudes. So I'm grateful for flowers. I'm grateful for the fire extinguisher repair person showing up and me not embarrassing myself. I'm grateful that I got more things uh, down south. I'm grateful that yesterday, even though I had to drive a lot, was pleasant and had good outcomes. I'm grateful that all y'all are here. I'm grateful that each person here is here. I'm grateful for patience. I'm grateful for curiosity. What else? What else can we be grateful for today? I'm grateful for poetry. We'll be live with poetry at 4:30 on Thursday, which is always fun for me. 4:30 in the afternoon. I'm grateful that my channel's continuing to grow. That makes me very happy. I'm looking forward to a wonderful summer. Speaking of glimmers, grateful that XM Satellite has a top 1,000 country hits of all time channel. Well, that's great. Yay for country. If you didn't know, um, Bakersfield, or no, Bakersfield is the Nashville of the West. So there's a lot of country music in the town where I lived for much of my adulthood. So Buck Owens is from there. He had a Merle Haggard and Buck Owens both have lived there. They have a whole a part of country music called the Bakersfield Sound. Um, so it is a beautiful day. I hope it's a beautiful day where you are. Um, I don't even mind. I don't even mind. Sometimes people say silly things that I'm seeing in the comments. That's okay. Um, Hello, hey Evie, how's it going? It's good to see you. Very good to see you. What else? What are you grateful for today, Evie? What are you grateful for, Cheryl? I would love to hear what you're grateful for. I'm grateful that New Jersey, I don't know how New Jersey's, speaking of things about God, I don't know how God put so many different shades of green in the world that I was unaware of until this year in New Jersey. Because I swear there are more beautiful greens and the leaves on the trees, the grass, the different landscapes, the different kinds of, it is just the greens. I am grateful for greens. Okay, we're not going to talk about that. mm, 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 mm. Okay, there we go. All right, that was good. I did something by myself. Okay, Mike is grateful for his health and the beautiful sunny weather. That's good. Oh, hooray. Evie's wrist is almost healed after 3 months. That's really thrilling. That's so thrilling. Okay, we're going to have some kind of loud machinery in a minute, so I might have to cut this short. That's okay. Thank you. I threw him out too. Or I was doing it at the same time. Your wrist is almost healed after 3 months is fantastic. Yes, it's great that Daryl's getting his debt paid. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, looks like we got that down. All right, any other gratitudes you'd like to share? Because we're going to have to cut this short because of the heavy machinery. See, you see that? So anyway, well, you will. You see what I'm showing you? If you're not looking, there's like a big. I won't be able to hear. In just a moment, we'll see what he's doing. I have no idea what he's doing. If it was a scissor lift and he was going up in the trees, that'd be different. But I don't know what's going on. And I was going to say YouTube is really good with not having sound interference go because there's like a there's yeah, he's gearing up some kind of thing. I'll see how well it goes for me. Oh, and you'll be able to work in the yard next week. That's great. Fantastic. Um, what else? Intentions. So Abby just mentioned being able to work in the yard. We know the K and Row are busy working in the yard, which is wonderful. Um, I have some pretty strong intentions for the weeks to come. Summer's upon us. So I've really been thinking about what I will want to do in the weeks and months to come. I'm really excited about that. I'm excited about coming up with new ideas and fun things to do, not only with my YouTube channel, but with content in general. Another intention that I have is I'm doing this 1,000 word a day summer challenge, which I am using for my tree hug book. Now, please tell me if you can hear that noise or if it's not a problem. Looks like it's some kind of road work. So, oh, you're able to walk outside. That's fantastic, Ninja. Oh, and see, I saw the Blue Angels fly over a little while ago. Go Navy! My dad, Navy, naval veteran. He was in the Korean War. So one of the really cool things about Go Navy was at Memorial Day after my dad died at the cemetery, they do an event every year where they say the names of the veterans who've passed, and my mom and I were able to go. The neighbor across the street from them is a Marine, retired Marine, can still wear his uniform. It's amazing. And he's quite a nice gentleman, that neighbor. And we went. He made sure that mom was comfortable. Such a nice man. I gave him a lot of things that were left in my parents' house just for kindness. Okay, good. The noise is not a problem. All right. I'm like a host. I don't want it to be too noisy. But so I'm working on my tree hugging book, which has been a pure pleasure. This morning I was done with my 1,000 words during the 6 a.m. hour, which felt fantastic. Um, and I have some fun things I'm going to be starting as the summer goes on. Uh, some of you might watch Dave. I think he's called Old Guy Hustle, something like that, and he walks. Does a morning walk live stream, and he's really inspiring. He wants to walk 1,000 miles before, I think, in a year is his plan, and so I'm thinking of doing an evening walk, like an hour before sunset. So, like in the summer, it would be like at 7 o'clock. In the winter, it would be like 4 o'clock. And I think that would just be really fun. And we'll see. That's something I'm thinking about. But if I do that, I would start doing that, and I wouldn't be doing it by how many miles. I'll be doing it instead by time. So I'm working to build up for an hour long walk. If I can build up to an hour-long walk by July, then that's one of my intentions is to get to that level. Nonstop walking for an hour. I don't usually walk nonstop for an hour, so that'd be very good if I could do that. Oh, it's too hot for Roger to walk. You can't walk right now. Gotta get him out earlier in the day. Yes, this time of year, definitely. I would say early in the morning or later in the evening. Back when I was, I had a job that was 9 to 5. It was actually more like 7 to 3. I used to come home and walk from 4 to 5 every day. That was when I was younger. And that's okay. It's like that was before I had kids. Well, now it's after I have kids. So walking for an hour, I could work it right into my schedule. But here in the summer in I almost at Bakersfield. Here in the summer in New Jersey, it also gets really warm. But if I scheduled it an hour before sunset, and if I didn't push myself too hard, I think I would be fine. There's an enormous flying ant over here. Anyway, so intentions. Do any of you have any more? Mosquitoes are out at sunset. Well, that's a good plan. I was going to say some of the hikers, and I don't know if K and Row, they're working in the garden, but they wear the mosquito netting. You know, you put on a hat with mosquito netting. I'm already dousing myself with repellent because of the ticks. The ticks are pretty bad here. Oh, there you go again. See, y'all saying the same thing. The mosquitoes are terrible. I'm waiting for the fireflies. I don't know if where all y'all are, the fireflies are out yet, but when I drove back from Knapp's View on Friday night, I saw fireflies in New York. I haven't seen any fireflies here yet. It's not very far from here to there, but I saw some on the road, but there's none in in the Manse Woods. So I'm looking forward to them. I love fireflies because California does not have fireflies. So I love them. I did a video of fireflies a couple years ago when I was out on the AT Canro. I was walking on the Canro around sunset um, at the High Point State Park. And I was like, ooh, dusk is settling and you start seeing the little yellow. And I took a video and I sent it to one of my California friends and she said, those actually exist? Fireflies are real? They really thought they were just a made up thing, like unicorns or narwhals. I forgot about narwhals. My granddaughter reminded me of them. Abby, I'm glad that's such a good gratitude. Abby's grateful the bugs don't bite her. Is there some kind of secret with that? It's interesting because I've been watching my favorite through hikers for this season, and I'm always worried about their ticks because the ticks have been pretty bad this season around South Jersey. Anyway, I don't know. I haven't gotten bitten yet this season, but but they can be. My son-in-law, who's an ultra marathoner and a trail runner, and he has no problem. He can run a marathon in the morning and just be acting normal in the afternoon. It's amazing. But he runs in South Jersey, and the other day he came back off one of his trail runs, and I think he got like 14 ticks pulled off. Hey Grant, good to see you. So it's real. It's real. I am grateful. What else? Oh, Grant, you just came in. If you want to share a gratitude or two, that'd be great. If you're watching on replay, if you want to share gratitude or what your intentions are, that would be fantastic too. Intentions for this week, for the month, for summer. I was going as far as my birthday in January, July through January, 6 months worth. That's so funny. The mosquitoes love your husband. Does he have tender skin? I sometimes blame my Irishness for all skin ailments, mostly the fair getting burned and getting, melanoma. I used tick spray when I was out on Friday night, just doused myself in the stuff, and I didn't have any problems with anything. And my friend was saying, "Be careful, Joan's so cute." She's like, because this won't surprise any of you, but there was this incredible oak tree, and to get to it, I had to climb over rocks, and she was, and I didn't have my trekking poles. I was going to bring my trekking poles, but I'm like, no, I don't need them. And she's like, I wish you brought your trekking poles. I'm like, Joan, I, I'm capable of more than you know. But then when I got down from the stumbling block, she said, I hope you check for ticks. I said, I'll check for ticks. Don't worry. We even checked for ticks before we left. Yes, I'm grateful for another summer season. Yes, God's blessing each day. Yes, definitely. Yes. When I was in Hopewell Township last night, as I was turning into the street that Catherine and Donald live on, there were a couple teens walking on the path because right down the street is a nice path, a nice trail, and they had their fishing poles, so they were going down to fish on the pond, which just warmed my heart. I'm like, oh, it's so nice to see teens fishing. So that was exciting to see. That made me feel happy. I wanted to put another thought in for glimmers if you weren't here in the opening. So we talked about glimmers, which are the opposite of triggers. And so where triggers tend to escalate us or make us get tense, nervous, upset, scared, frightened, anxious, glimmers give us space to take a nice deep breath and feel content, happy, excited, exhilarated. Think of all the synonyms for that word. And be on the lookout for glimmers. It's one of those things that when we are aware of them, we'll notice them more. Ninja is here saying, I'm grateful that I have 3 classes going into fourth starting next week. Yay. And his intention, excellent, is to respond to every student's discussion post. That's fantastic. That's a great intention. Lucky students. I'm grateful that I will be house sitting again in 2 weeks, 2 weeks from today. And already I have numerous friends who will be meeting up with me. So I'm very excited about that. I think they are encouraged because there's a swimming pool involved. Did I miss something that Grant said? I don't think so. All right. Grant, if you have something that we could be praying for, it'd be great to know. I haven't heard anything about that, but I know there's a lot of God's blessings coming your way. Okay. I'm grateful that whatever that truck was doing with that big piece of machinery did not impact the live. I'm guessing they're going, this street dips down to the downtown, the 1 block long downtown, and they're doing some construction there. So he's probably working down there. All right. Any more gratitudes and intentions? We'll give this about 2 more minutes. So this is your chance, last call to share your gratitudes and intentions. Although I know gurus say you're not supposed to say when your video is coming to a close, but I am going to go against the guru's rules. I'm grateful that I have a membership with a woman named Priya Parker. Priya Parker is an amazing thinker, and uh, she has a group on Substack, and I get to go to her live tomorrow, which is about group work. Oh, okay, okay, okay. That prayers for Grant says prayers for me and my wife as we continue the journey with our 11-year-old nonverbal autistic daughter. Been a harder week this week. I didn't know that, Grant. I'm a mom of someone on the spectrum as well, and I had a brother with special needs who wasn't nonverbal, but not much language skills. So my heart's with you, and I'll definitely be praying. I appreciate you bringing that up. Oh, that's an excellent one. Ninja is saying, or Dr. Fire Dr. Ninja Turtle, who I call Ninja, in case y'all are saying, why does she keep saying Ninja? My intention is to ride my motorcycle more this summer. That's fantastic. One of my little known intentions, it might not be till fall, is bicycle riding. Bicycle riding. So I would like to do that again. It's been a while. The last time I rode a bicycle was when Samuel was young, and I got on his bicycle, and it's rare that I'm too tall for something, but his bicycle was made for a 12-year-old boy. So, but I would like to get back on a bicycle because I like it and I miss it. Okay. Anything else? We'll give it one more minute. If you haven't liked this video yet, I would appreciate if you would. Um, the likes come in handy. They help with the numbers and all. Welcome to all who are coming in. We're stating our gratitudes and our intentions for right now and for the week to come. Sure, you're welcome. You're more than welcome. Um, it's always I always appreciate when people allow me the privilege of praying for them. So thank you so much. I will be back to on Mondays instead of Tuesdays starting next week. It'll be Mondays at 12:30, just like the old days. And then we'll have Thursdays at 4:30 is poetry, and Fridays at 8:30 in the morning for the rest of June is coffee on the porch. I will not oh hello. Hi Lunel. I will not be doing Friday mornings after June. So July and August, no Fridays. And then I'll reassess. So we're making room for new stuff. I do love the coffees on the porch, and I'm just pulling back a little bit to see what wants to come next, and follow my tuition that way. If you didn't know, the coffees on the porch were because Tracy, Kova's cattails said, "Hey, why don't you do a live stream on the porch?" And I said, "Okay, I'll do that." And I said, "I'll try that for a month," and it's been 3 months. So CL, I'm so glad. I'm always appreciative to see you here. I'm always happy to see your name come on the screen. And I'm so thankful for each person here. Whether you come live or on the replay, I'm always thrilled to see all of you and to see your comments. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. And we will see you hopefully on a live soon. You're hopping in from South Africa. Well, that's nice to see you. I've never been to South Africa, but I've heard wonderful things. So a lot of change has happened in South Africa since I studied politics of Africa, so it's good. Okay. Thank you so much. And we will talk with you all. Trying new things is cool. Yes, it is cool. Trying new things is good. Trying new things keeps us young. And I'm grateful that I do that. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. And we'll catch you next time or any of these fine people. I hope you follow them all. And we'll see you on the videos and on lives and on posts, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Again, thank you so much. And we'll talk again soon.